Hello,
Hello.
and welcome to the Horror Experience, Episode 3.
Woo.
This has been a long one in the running here.
Yes.
We've been
yes, it
talking
has.
about this one for quite a while. And if we're getting any feedback, it's from the air conditioning that's running because it's supposed to be frickin' 90 degrees here today.
Correct.
So we got to keep this running. If we don't, we'll burn up in here. But either way, welcome to the Horror Experience Episode 3. This is the series on the Evil Dead.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be covering this in 3 separate parts. Ladies and gentlemen, we were going to try to do all of this in one, but we realized it was just too much. So we're going to release this in 3 different parts.
Mm-hmm.
Part 1, we're going to try to record all 3 of these today and then release them over
The span of the weeks.
Yeah, so we got a lot going on these past couple of weeks, so we've got to take a little bit of time off to do some things, so we're going to keep the ball rolling, though, either way. Without further ado, I am your host,
The Butcher.
and across from me,
That was nice.
my distinguished colleague, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Schizo the Clown.
Hi there.
Do that again.
Hi there.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a long week for us. So please bear with us as we may be a little loony and,
Correct.
So, either way, The Evil Dead is the first
beautiful.
movie of the series, which I didn't see till later on because, at that time you just didn't see it.
Right.
I saw, like a lot of movies, I saw the second one first,
Yeah.
but we'll touch on that later. And then later on, I saw the first one. I don't remember when I saw the first one. I cannot remember that. I remember when I saw the second one. I just cannot remember when I saw the first one.
Right.
But the 45th anniversary of this movie is coming up.
Woohoo.
And they are re-releasing it in the theater April 24th at AMC Theaters. Now, I don't know who all's getting it, who all's not getting it, but if you check your local listings there, you may have a chance to see The Evil Dead on the big screen. That is April 24th at AMC Theaters. So check the website and see if you're getting it. I personally would like to see it at a drive-in.
Right. Me too. That'd be
Like,
epic.
I think that would be the shit, man. Before we begin, I would like to mention that the Evil Dead Burn trailer dropped April 17th for those who have seen it. For those who have not seen it, we have not got it online. They are showing it in front of Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Ooh.
The new Mummy movie, which it looks interesting.
Right. A little bit.
I'll probably wait till it's streaming
Mm-hmm.
to see it. Okay, I can't take this anymore. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we're not editing this. This is just kind of, we're going by the seat of our pants, if you will. I had to turn that AC off. I'm a freaking ice block over here. My legs, I cannot feel them anymore. But either way, the trailer did leak online. Somebody recorded it and put it online, and I watched it. And I'll be honest, CinemaCon just happened, and they have been describing all these trailers. There are a lot of like trailers that are coming out, but they're not out to us yet. CinemaCon released them, and people have been putting brief descriptions. And the one for Evil Dead Burn is quite intriguing. But the one that they're showing in the theaters is not so intriguing because I watched as according to what I saw, severed fingers and something about a kid getting thrown in a dishwasher full of knives and all this other crap. But the one that I saw was, I
Nowhere near that good.
well, they're saying that it's got ties to Ash versus Evil Dead.
Interesting.
The same house.
Okay.
And there's like a bunch of different shots. It's so somehow there's people are saying that they've screenshotted things and they're showing it in the trailer and then Ash versus Evil Dead, and they're showing comparisons.
Right.
So there's some kind of comparison here, but I don't know because I haven't seen it.
Right. Yeah.
I've seen the one that they released in the theater, but it's it's someone recording it on their cell phone.
So it was trash.
I mean, I could see it, but at the same time, what was described to me, and then what I saw was like really toned down. So I think CinemaCon got the better one.
Right. That's usually
as
how it
opposed
works.
to the Mummy, and then like this one was just, it was weird. A bunch of shit happening, and some girl running and hiding, and I don't know.
Right.
Either way, the trailer for that dropped. If any of you, well, I know that you've seen it. If anybody that's listening to this that may have saw it at CinemaCon,
Ooh, yes.
yeah,
please.
let us know. By the way, we got a 5-star review on Apple.
Yeah, we did.
And it took one of the people that we work with to pull it up to see it. Now, I do not have any Apple products. My colleague does not have any Apple products.
Nay.
My wife runs on Apple, and she pretty much runs the Apple side of things. She could not see this comment unless we got 10 comments, which is ridiculous. I don't know why that is. It's like we've been sitting here waiting on a comment, we've been waiting on a review, and all of a sudden we get one and we can't freaking see it. We have to have 10 comments before we get. That's ridiculous. Apple, you need to change that. If you're listening to it, you need to change it. But either way, we did see it. It was a very positive review.
It was wonderful.
The one who was listening, I should have wrote the name down of the person that left it, and I freaking forgot. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you for that. That meant the world to us. And that was just when I finally saw it, because we didn't know. It was like, was it negative? Is it positive? No,
right.
we have 5 stars, but we didn't know what the review said. But the review was great, and so yes, to you who left that, thank you.
Yes.
Very, very much. You were definitely. I have to go back and look at who left that, because I can't remember the name of it, but we'll definitely be keeping an eye on you.
A very close one.
So, but Evil Dead Burn also has a new release date. It got bumped up. It will now be July 10th instead of later on. So
Interesting.
they actually bumped the date up on it. So we're actually going to get it earlier than we thought.
I wonder why.
I don't know. Who knows? But either way, I'm intrigued about the dishwasher scene.
As am I.
The kid getting thrown in a dishwasher full of knives. I am intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
But please do not let me down like you did with the cheese grater.
Yeah.
Because you built that cheese grater up. We're going to touch on that. You know what? I'm going to stop. We'll save that for later on. One more thing I would like to mention. Godzilla -0 trailer dropped this week. The teaser. We're getting teasers, ladies and gentlemen, and it's killing us.
It really is.
For those who have seen it, I'm sure you know it was It was awesome, but I
It
need
was,
more.
but-
I need more.
Like, that was the definition of a teaser. Like,
It's like
Jesus.
to dangle it right in front of you.
Right. Like,
Here it
what?
is. Here, we're gonna give you a little bit and then take it away.
Oh, no.
But yes, that's coming out. Darn it, I meant to write the date down for that too. I've been out of it this week. That's coming out this summer, I know. I think it's June, I want to say. My distinguished colleague is now looking it up. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, we're going to be recording 3 different parts in one day. This is going to be a long one, so bear with us. We may get a little loopy. We may get a little, who knows. And then kind of release this over Spanish because we got some things going on this week that we're going to have to take a little time off
Yep.
to do. But we will keep you entertained in the long run. And here we have
Yes.
pulled it up.
The release date, according to this, for Godzilla Minus Zero, is November 6th of this year.
What?
Yeah.
I thought it was this summer.
No, sir.
Okay, I was off. November 6th until things change. Ladies and gentlemen, you know we will keep you informed.
Toy.
Putting that aside now, here we go. Let us begin. The Evil Dead.
Yes. Groovy.
October 15th, 1981. It was shot in 79, but it didn't hit theaters until 83 due to the fact that they kept running out of money.
Mm-hmm.
And writer and director of that movie was Mr. Sam Raimi, as you all know. Golf clap.
He was also one of the dudes standing on the side of the road waving.
Yes. Budget was approximately $350,000 at that time. Think about it, when it was shot in 79. That was a lot of money back then.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And starring, yes, of course, we all know Mr. Ashley Campbell. Or Ashley Williams. Phew. Ashley Williams, Mr. Bruce Campbell, Mrs. Ellen Sandweiss, Betsy Baker, Teresa Tilly, and Richard, how do you say his, DeMancour? DeMancour, the one guy that played Scott.
Right.
And it was filmed in Morristown, Tennessee, which we know because we have been to the location.
Yes, we have.
Which was looking here over on my shelf. And I've been there twice.
Mm-hmm.
I took you there once.
Yes, and it was great.
And I think we touched on this in the first one. I remember the first time I went, I made the mistake of going in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And that was not a good idea because we, A, got eaten alive. 2, a storm came rolling in out of nowhere and we had to get back to the car. I did not have time to roam the way I wanted to.
Right.
So I've got to go back. You and I went back
Mm-hmm.
and spent, the weather was perfect.
It really was.
And God, we spent, I don't know how many hours
Between 2 to 3.
out there just digging for stuff, which we got a lot of good stuff.
We really did. It was crazy.
I pulled an entire glass vase out from underneath the tin roof that I'm not exactly sure what it is. I don't think it was in the movie, but I know it had to have been there when they filmed it.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
I got a piece of a plate or
Yeah,
a
one of
bowl
the-
or something from the fruit cellar.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that is the most mysterious item.
Oh, yeah.
If you remember in the movie where they parked the Delta 88 behind that tree, and that tree is still there.
It is glorious.
And we happened to be standing over there looking at this partially hole dug in the ground, which we believe was Linda's grave.
Mm-hmm.
And we looked over and saw something leaning beside the tree, which was some kind of pole or rod or something.
Right.
Took us 45 minutes to get that damn thing out of the ground because it had been sitting there for so long.
The roots had
the
grown around
roots
it.
had grown around the tree, and we're trying to carefully get this thing out, which we ended up breaking the end of it off. We don't know what this is.
No.
We don't know if it's a piece of camera equipment. We don't know if it's a piece of the Delta 88. We don't know. We have no clue what it
Not
is,
one
but
thing.
it's. I have it on my shelf down there, and it is a very prized piece. We also have. Just that damn static again. We also have the glass shards of the window that Mr. Bruce Campbell shot out.
Yes. So awesome. Which they really did do that. Like, they actually had a shotgun shooting out the glass, folks. There was no breakaway, anything.
And we got it from right there in that area.
Yep.
Where that window was. Now, folks, if you go out there now, which we said on the first episode, if you search in Morristown, Tennessee, it's Inman Bend Road, I-N-M-A-N, Bend Road. It'll take you right to it. Once you get close to it, you're going to see, you got to look on the side of the road, and there's two little, would you say, little metal posts. They got some barbed wire running in between it. That's the entrance to the road that the Delta 88 actually went down.
Like, literally, really drove down it.
You can walk right around it. Like, I don't even know why they put that there.
Right, yeah, no.
I mean, you can walk around it, but I will tell you that trying to park somewhere is damn near impossible because there's no room to park.
Nope.
You're going to have to park in the grass somewhere, and you're still going to be halfway on the road. It's kind of sketchy, but I've been out there twice, and no one bothers you. There's not no trespassing signs or anything like that. I think people know why people go out there.
Oh, yeah, I'm
They've
pretty
been
sure.
they've been going out there for years.
Oh, yeah.
So if you get a chance to see it, I'm telling you, man, it's, oh, man. And you walk down that road, and since then, there's a couple of storms and stuff that's come through, so there's some big trees across the trail that you kind of have to climb over.
Mm-hmm.
But you keep walking, and when you're walking down that road, you're thinking, this is the road the Delta 88 went down.
Right.
Like in the movie. And then you see what's left of the chimney.
Right.
And then you see, because the trees have grown up. Like where the cabin was, the trees have like grown up in the middle, so it's really hard to get. I mean, you and I mapped out the entire foundation of where the cabin was.
Yeah, because all that's still there.
Yeah, we saw the whole square of it.
Mm-hmm.
Finally found where the work shed was. What was like little left of the found. There's not much left, folks. There's really not much left.
There really isn't. It's sad.
And according to some people, there was a lot more there through the years. But I mean, everybody's probably been out there and got God knows what.
Right.
I do want to go back because I just feel like there's something out there that I haven't found yet. Like, I want to go out there with a metal detector. We got to take a metal detector and go out there.
Oh, yeah.
But either way, once you've been there, man, and you watch the movie's like totally different.
It really is. It's crazy different.
It's totally different because you've been there and you've walked it.
Yeah.
And you've been where everything has happened. And it's a totally different experience once you've been there.
It really is. It's crazy. It changes everything.
It really does. And so if you get a chance to go, I highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I would suggest go about when fall starts.
Yeah, I was about to say early to mid-fall.
When
would probably be
stuff
the
starts
best.
dying down, so you don't have as much brush to get through, and you don't have to worry about snakes and insects and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
That's my recommendation, because trust me, I've been during the summer. Now, if you want to go during the summer and brave it, hell,
by all means,
go for it. But it's Tennessee weather. It's up in the mountains. You never know when a storm's going to come out of nowhere. We weren't expecting one that first time I went, and it kept, dude, the wind started ripping, and it just boom started. I said, we better get back to the car. And, because I had rented a car at the time. I think it was a Charger.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a brand new Charger, still had paper plates on it.
Damn.
Oh, dude, I hauled ass the whole way, man. I put that hooker into the wind. But the way that I had to park, I'm like, and the way that storm sounded, I'm like, dude, we could get stuck. We cannot get this car out of here. So either way, go at your own discretion. The time of the year, I recommend fall, winter. It might be a little bit colder, but like right when fall starts and stuff, the snakes and everything, so that's the perfect time to go. That's when we went about, November 11th.
Yeah. Because it was closer to your birthday for that.
So that's a good time to go. But either way, The Evil Dead, originally titled The Book of the Dead.
Which really isn't a bad name.
It's not, and I think that's what I would have called the remake.
Oh, yeah.
But
most definitely.
We're going to touch on that most definitely.
Yeah, much later.
The opening scene, that swamp, I always thought may have been in that area, but was not. It was in Brighton, Michigan.
Oh, shit.
Where that opening swamp scene was filmed with the car and everything. Yeah. I thought it may have been. I thought they may have filmed all that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, except for the fruit cellar part right there.
Yeah.
That was actually filmed in Brighton, Michigan.
Which they shot that 4 to 5 times.
Yes. And, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Delta 88 is a 73 Delta 88. So if any of you that are looking, and I have been looking myself for a 73 Delta 88 because I wouldn't mind having one.
Right.
Although it's a daggum land yacht.
Yeah.
Jeez, that thing's freaking huge, but still, it would be
a tank.
Awesome to have one.
And apparently Sam uses it in every single one of his movies.
Oh, and I almost forgot about that. I'm gonna run through this real quick. Drag Me to Hell. For those who have seen it or those who have not seen it, there are so many Evil Dead references in that movie. It's not even. He didn't even try to hide them.
Right.
Like they're that movie. It was decent.
Yeah.
But it was way better with those Evil Dead references. Like every scene, I'm like looking.
Right.
Like the first time I saw one of the Evil Dead references, and I'm like, look at that next scene. The next scene, I'm looking. But he didn't like try to hide it. Like it's obvious. So, Drag Me to Hell. You got to watch that if you're an Evil Dead fan because there are so many Evil Dead references in that movie. It's freaking crazy, man.
Yeah.
The opening scene when they're driving down the road and they're singing that cheesy ass song, and you see the two dudes on the side of the road were Mr. Sam Raimi and Mr. Robert Tappert.
Yes.
On the side of the road waving. It's, oh, go to hell! I'm not honking at you.
Hey.
And that was funny.
Oh, it was hilarious.
And I can tell you that the stars of this movie, Miss Ellen was jealous of the role that she got because she had like a huge crush on Bruce Campbell.
Uh-oh.
And she wanted to be Linda.
Yeah.
More or less. But she got cast as Cheryl Ash's sister. And she got extremely upset over that.
Damn.
Because she wanted to be Bruce's girlfriend because she had like a huge crush on him at the time.
Right.
So she was really upset for that. And the cabin itself was just more or less there. I think they had another location that they had set, but something fell through. And they weren't able to use it.
Right. So they had to come to this one.
They found the one in Tennessee, and it was just an abandoned
just
place.
A cabin in the middle of the woods.
And there was like 4 inches of cow manure in the cabin where cattle had just pretty much roamed in and out of the thing. And I remember they had gotten Like when right when they started filming, they had gotten like every person, crew member, everybody that was affiliated with the movie to shovel
Literally.
cow shit
Yeah.
out of the cabin and make the walls pretty much redecorate the place and look like it would have been somewhere that someone had lived.
Yeah.
Like they pretty much had to go in and redecorate, put up like fake walls and just random paper and whatever they could do to make it look like it would have been a cabin that someone had been in. And they did quite a good job.
Oh yeah, they really did. It was great.
I think. And the work shed itself, for those who may have picked up on it,
Mm-hmm.
the inspiration, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Which was just great.
I mean, how many times has the Texas Chainsaw Massacre been referenced, man? Even, look, I'm going to tell you what, The Black Phone, that movie sucked. The movie sucked. They're making a second one. I don't know why. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there, how do you say that movie sucked? That was a great movie. More power to you if you liked it. That was great. I did not like it. I thought it was freaking stupid. The best part of the movie to me was when the kid referenced the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I came off the couch. Yes! Texas Chainsaw Massacre! Other than that, nah, didn't work for me. But, I mean, dude, the Texas Chainsaw okay. I need to stop.
Pull back with the soapbox.
I'm about to go on dude, ladies and gentlemen, when this Texas Chainsaw Massacre one airs, we're hoping to do this one in August. About the time that it happened.
Oh yeah.
You definitely going to tune in because this is going to be.
Yeah,
this could end up being a 10-parter. I don't know.
Yeah, you're definitely going to need your favorite drink, some popcorn, and some snacks because the soapbox is coming out.
Oh God, that's going to be great. Well, anyway, okay, let's get back to the task at hand.
Jawohl.
Tom Sullivan, the man.
Yeah, he
did
is.
all the artwork and the book design and the Kandarian dagger.
Yeah, he made it all.
And I think he did that for 2. Did he do that for 3?
To my knowledge, no, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did.
Tom Sullivan is like a top-notch guy. I've seen some video of him at some cons that he's been at, and he's got like a whole section of his stuff. And at one time, if you remember, I think I showed you the video, a couple proposed.
Which was
the guy proposed to him at Tom Sullivan's thing, and he actually attended the wedding with it. He was like cool enough to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have not met him. I would love to meet him. If any of you have met him, let us know. By the way, before I forget, because we're jumping all over today, folks. If you would like to comment, like I said, the Apple thing, we could not see because of the whole Apple crap, whatever. Please find us on Facebook.
Yes.
And X or Twitter, however you want to call it.
At the Horror XP.
Yes. And of course, Facebook, The Horror Experience. Come on there, follow us, comment. We will be more than happy to interact with you. It would be great if we could actually see the comments so we could interact with people. It pissed us off when we couldn't see the Apple one because, you got to have 10 comments. What the hell? Either way, X at the Horror XP, Facebook, the Horror Experience. Join us. You saw what I did. Oh, wait.
Join us.
That was much better.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. The Fruit Cellar, which we have both been in. I got your picture standing in it.
Yeah, and I've got yours.
Yeah. I have it written down. It was 4 feet down.
I
they dug it.
I could have sworn it was 6, but
it was 4 or 6 foot down. If you look at the movie, the first one, when he's walking down, you can see him kind of duck a little bit.
Yep.
Because the actual fruit cellar was not in Morristown, Tennessee.
No.
So they dug the hole. He walks down, cut the film. The cellar part that you see was actually in Marshall, Michigan, which was Rob Tappert's family farm that he had at the time. That was his family farm. That was the basement part. So when he's looking up, that's Morristown, Tennessee. Then when you're going down into the cellar, that's Marshall, Michigan. Movie magic, people.
Literal movie magic.
Movie magic.
Not Hollywood. Nay. Movie magic.
We also have to mention the infamous time capsule that was buried, but we'll mention that a little bit later on in this episode. And then those who have noticed the old Hills Have Eyes poster in the basement. Now,
so funny.
We're going to... This story here ties into a little bit more, but we'll touch on this and then we'll touch on it later in part 2. The reason for that poster was that if you've seen the original Hills Have Eyes by Wes Craven, there's a scene where there is a torn up Jaws poster in that scene. They took it as Craven saying, more or less, Jaws was a scary movie, but The Hills Have Eyes is much worse.
Yeah.
So you see he took that, put the Hills Have Eyes poster in the basement of the Evil Dead, saying The Hills Have Eyes was scary, but Evil Dead is much worse.
Right.
So that kind of carried on, and we'll touch on that later a little while, that watching one was scarier than the other, and Wes Craven and Sam Raimi started kind of challenging each other
Just
in
a
the
little
movies,
bit.
which, again, if you want to know the details of that one, ladies and gentlemen, it is a good one. Stay tuned for part 2 because we will release that in the next one. Because it all ties together, and it's like really, really cool how it ties together.
Yeah, it is.
So in the scene in front of the fireplace where they were listening to the recording, original scene was that they were all smoking weed.
Yeah, but
Which
unfortunately...
they decided to try it, and they have never done it before.
So they were really fucked up.
So when they decided to do it, they were completely useless by the time they were shooting it.
So they had to redo
So
that scene.
They had to completely redo it because none of them were worth a shit because they were all stoned out of their mind.
And also, that fireplace was built for the cabin. It wasn't originally there.
Yes, it was. That chimney was not part of that cabin. They built it especially for that movie. And I have a block of it over there on my shelf.
As do I.
Yes. That chimney was a lot taller at one time.
Extremely.
It's like almost down to nothing now.
Yeah,
The amount
it
of
really
people
is.
that have gone out there and gotten bricks that, which is funny because Bruce never knew that people had found that. And people would bring him bricks or blocks of that thing to conventions for him. And he said, "What the hell is this?"
Right, yeah.
"Oh, this is the block of the chimney from Evil Dead." He said, "You actually went out there and found this?"
Like, hell
You
yeah, I
know
did.
what I mean? Like, he was blown away by the fact that people had gone out there to track this place down to have him sign it, which is like really, really cool.
Yeah.
And pardon. And the other parts of that movie, I mean, the way that they put it together was
Humorous, to say the least. Because they shot it out of sequence.
well, just do so much of it was shot out of sequence.
Which is why the
That they-
makeup was never the same in certain scenes. Like,
The-
he's fucked up in this scene, but he's all clean in the next.
And even Linda, you notice their horrible wig
Understatement.
on her when he carries her out.
Yeah, which they had to
Um,
use 3 separate actors for her. Because,
Yes. Yep.
it took so long for them to film that movie, they had other obligations, and they're not going to force that actress to stay.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, because they run out of money. They were trying to cut things, and they had to go back and reshoot and this, that, and the other, that's part of Hollywood magic, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
And with the good old necklace that everybody remembers, the old magnifying glass.
The old cheap dime store, jewelry store find.
Came from a place in Michigan called Corey's Jewel Box. And the reason they picked that originally, but it was because at the very end they were going to have the sun coming through a window, shining through the and those of you who have tried that when you were younger,
refracting of the sunlight.
There's probably some younger ones out there that may not know what we're talking about. You could kind of reflect the sun on like a magnifying glass or a piece of glass to something, and it would literally catch on fire if you caught it the right way.
Burning ants.
So yes, their logic was the sun was gonna catch this magnifying glass, it was gonna hit the book, and it was gonna burn the book and destroy everything. But of course they scrapped that and went with the ending that they did, with the book being in the fireplace.
And didn't the original piece get lost? That's why that one was painted silver. They could see little gold specks in it.
If you look closely in the scene where
they get
Ash and Lynn are sitting on the couch and he gives her the necklace, look at it, and if you look real close, you can see the stain on their hands where they painted it. Because I think it was gold, but they painted it silver. You see the paint coming off on there.
And you could even see a little bit of gold on the little bumps on top of the thing.
Yeah, which is really cool, because if you look at the very end of it, that little, was that one? It was two, where it was the shape of the skull.
Yeah, that had to have been two.
It may have been. I could be jumping the gun here, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. But I know that, the infamous, Vine.
Oh, that scene
with Cheryl.
Whew, that was rough. But it was geniusly shot. Most of it was shot in reverse.
In reverse. All reverse motion, which was also done later in Evil Dead 2.
Mm-hmm.
Which again was controversial for its time.
Yeah, extremely so.
They said that there were a lot of people that walked out on that one.
I bet they did.
Which I'd never seen anything like it when I saw it.
Right. Me neither.
Especially when the big one just shoots down. Holy shit.
Yeah, I had to take a moment when I saw that. I'm like, we're going to just stop for a second and process what the hell just happened. Because what the fuck?
No kidding, man. That was an intense scene. That was like very intense.
And it's funny because she really was rolling around in the ground and falling down, getting hurt. There were no pads. There were no safety precautions. She's running through the woods, taking it like a champ.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, she took one for the team.
Literally.
In those scenes where she's running, because, I mean, if you think about the time of year when everything was so dry.
And cold.
And cold as shit, and you're running through the woods, you're getting scratched up and beat up, and you're falling down and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, that's movie making at its finest.
Yeah.
Right there. And I think that's one of the reasons why these movies have held the test of time for so long.
Yes.
Is because of that raw,
real
feel to it. Oh, absolutely. Speaking of real, for those of you who have seen or who have not seen the very first one before this one, Within the Woods.
The one that funded Evil Dead.
The one that funded Evil Dead. I have tried to find it on disc. You can find it on disc. It is very hard to find. I've been trying to track one down. You can see it on YouTube.
Very grainy.
Yes, like
quality -100.
VHS lines across the screen. You got to adjust tracking, but you can't adjust tracking anymore, so it's not going to make any difference.
No, it's not.
But it is worth a watch. It's good for what it is.
It really is. It was great. It's like a introduction to Evil Dead, if you will.
It takes you back to, or it takes me back to shooting movies in the backyard.
Right.
You know, thinking that we're going to be a big time director one day, which that didn't end up happening. So here I am doing a podcast, and I don't know. We'll see where that goes.
Correct.
But I know. Let's see. The one scene, I think, and I don't know if it was the one with the vine or if it was just the blood itself in the movie, the blood content, but I know they didn't want to release it to the ratings board.
It was both.
For fear that it was going to be an X rating. So they just released it
Themselves.
unrated.
Yeah.
Which back then X rating was really, really bad. And I guess, I don't know, to this day still could be in a way. I don't know if you want to have it. Well, then again, I mean, there's a lot of movies. Like RoboCop was going to get an X rating.
Yeah.
There was a lot of them that were going to get an X rating. I guess as far as release-wise, you want more of an R rating to get a wider release.
Yeah.
As far as an X rating, you want a smaller release.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. They wanted a wider range of release.
So, yeah, I get it. And at the time, especially at the end, they did all the I guess the stop motion animation.
Yeah, the decomposition.
The movie was just like
that took 3 months to do
I
because
could see
of that.
It was the blood and the Alpo we got splashed on his face, the Alpo dog food.
Yeah. I'm like, wow. 3 months. Okie dokie.
If you notice in the movie, especially when the first possession happens, when Cheryl gets possessed, where her eyes are all white. Ladies and gentlemen, back then those contact lenses were glass.
Pure and simple.
They were not the contact lenses of today.
Nope, they could only be worn 15 minutes at a time.
Yep, 15 minutes at a time, only 5 times a day.
Mm-hmm. And so, you could not see it all. You were blind to the world.
Completely blind. So they almost had to schedule the shoot around the contact lenses.
Yeah, so once they had the lens in, they could just go to work.
Yeah, and that will also... another good story about that is in Evil Dead 2, which you will stay tuned for part 2, which will release as well. Now, the part, if you remember the part when, I got to go back a little bit, when Cheryl finally gets back, she outruns the Force, as they called it.
Which was hilarious.
And they're in the old Delta 88 going back to get Cheryl out of there. Those scenes were shot, the inside shots of the Delta 88 were shot inside of Sam's garage, Mr. Sam Raimi's garage. And I think they had to put like sheets up or something so you couldn't see the ends of the garage.
Yeah, and they actually had to park the car a certain way too.
Which was, again, things that you don't notice until you see the commentary and everything, and it's like, I mean, you would have never known it.
Right, no.
Just like in, darn it, I don't know if I should mention this. Okay, we're just going to move on. Movie magic, folks. The famous, one of my favorite scenes, if not my favorite scene of the film, the pencil in the ankle.
Oh, Jesus. So... oh, that hurts every time I see it.
I
Jesus.
love the pencil in the ankle, man. That is so good.
It is.
The sound of that was them sticking a knife into an apple.
Yeah.
So when you hear that, they're over there sticking. And it's funny because they still do that. Evil Dead Rise, there was a scene, an eyeball, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That was Bruce Campbell taking a bite of it out of an apple.
That's hilarious.
It's got him in the studio taking a bite out of a bit. There's a shot of him taking it. It's hilarious, man.
That's hilarious.
Someone has awakened from their slumber, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, nubbins.
Yeah, the old Nubbins the cat. One of our mascots here at the Horror Experience.
Yes.
She is just awakened from her nap. And so if you hear random noises, that's her in here doing things she's not supposed to do.
Correct.
So, let's see. Oh, Ted Raimi.
Oh,
Sam's
that
brother.
Poor bastard.
Oh, the poor bastard in Evil Dead 2. Well, he was the poor bastard in that one.
Yeah.
After Shelley's death, as Cheryl's hands coming through the floor, you see that there's a scene of Scott walking up to the body. That was actually Ted's legs, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
That
when he
not
was
the
a
actor.
young boy.
Yes, a very young Ted Raimi, ladies and gentlemen. And so Ted did make a brief appearance, but he also makes he's got a bigger role in Evil Dead 2, which we will touch on. And I'm sure there's probably a lot of you out there that are listening to this that are already aware of all this, but I'm sure there's probably I'm hearing a bird in my headphones.
As am I.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be hearing a bird. Let me see. Okay,
There we go.
now we just fixed that. Sorry about that, folks. The good old blood in the movie is one of my favorites, and I have used this for years just because of learning it from Evil Dead. May I actually mention to you the gore the merrier, which is one of the best featurettes
It really is. It was great.
of Evil Dead 2 of how they made the movie. We'll touch on that in the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
The good old Cara syrup and food coloring
Oh, God.
was done for the blood, and that with the non-dairy coffee creamer with a teeny tiny little bit of blue. And you don't want to add too much blue, folks, because I've done it on accident, and it ends up being like a purplish color, and you don't want that.
No.
A teeny tiny, and I mean barely, if you even need it. To be honest with you, I've discovered when I have done it at my little Halloween things that I've done, the more red you use, it just comes out a little bit better. I almost shied away from using the blue for that one time that I had done it, and it turned out purple, and it was like a more purplish color, but we had to go with it because we were under the gun, and I was just so unhappy with it. I just used a little bit more red, and it came out the way that I wanted it. So, but that in itself, and I think they said that there was a convenience store or something down the road that they had wiped out their entire supply of carrots. And they said, well, what kind of cake are you baking?
You're baking a cake? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And they wiped out like almost their whole entire supply of Cara syrup.
Yeah.
And which I wish, I don't know if that store's still there or not. I think you and I discussed that because when we were on that trip, I mentioned to you.
Yeah, you did.
One of these stores, they said in the film, they wiped out their supply of carrots. But, I mean, that was what, they filmed that in 79.
Yeah,
that store could be long gone. Morristown, Tennessee has blown up since then.
Yes, it
So
has.
it's not the same as when it was when they were recording it. The good old murder beam in the film, which is part of the time capsule, if you will. The old murder beam was the when he's beating Linda at the end after he kills her, and he comes back and he's beating her with that beam. It's like a styrofoam beam. If you look real close, you can see it break.
Yeah.
When he hits her like the second or third time, if you look, you can see it crack in half.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. And there were a lot of horror tributes to the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
In that film, Sam being a huge fan of the Three Stooges,
Extreme.
as am I.
Uh-huh.
I absolutely love the Three Stooges. I can sit and I've seen them like a million times, but I can still watch them.
Oh, yeah, of
And
course.
just like the Burbs
Yes.
or anybody else. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you'll consider that a horror film or not, but by God, I love that movie so much. We are going to cover the Burbs.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know when, but that is definitely on my list of movies to cover.
Yes.
That movie is absolutely classic. If you have not seen, now I know they're doing some kind of series,
We're
some
not
kind
allowed
of tears.
to know. No.
Folks, don't even bother.
No.
Don't even bother. The movie,
Yes.
Tom Hanks and Corey Feldman and all that. That's the one that you want. That movie. If
Yeah.
you have not seen it, what in the hell are you doing?
Yeah, no kidding.
You have got. We're gonna cover it. It has horror elements,
Oh, it does.
so I consider that enough that we can cover it. And if you don't agree with it, then the hell with you. We're gonna cover it any damn way.
Correct.
But one of the inspirations they pulled from the Three Stooges was when he goes back down into the cellar to get the shotgun shells.
Mm-hmm.
When all the plumbing came apart, that was from a Three Stooges short, A Plumbing We Will Go.
Yes.
Which is a fine Three Stooges short for you people out there that are Three Stooges fans.
Mm-hmm.
And for you young ones, young whippersnappers out there that may not know who the Three Stooges are, may I recommend watch the Three Stooges.
Yeah, what are you doing? Yeah.
That is some of the fun. And some of these kids out there, that's black and white, that's boring. It's good cinema, people.
It is. Black and white is sometimes
It's
more
good
entertaining.
cinema, people. All these young whippersnappers out here that just want CGI and knew this and knew that.
I can't stand.
do it. You got to
No.
go back and you got to. Why do you think it's all this stuff at CinemaCon that's been coming out? It's all the age of, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the year of the reboot.
Which we will cover that
We-
in another episode.
After this, we're not 100% sure. We are thinking about doing an episode on the rants of everything that has come out at CinemaCon this past month.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good, folks.
No.
It is not good. Hollywood's running out of ideas, and they are going to milk the.
They're going to beat a dead
no,
horse.
They're
is
not
pretty
going to
much
milk
what
it.
They're going to
They're
do.
going to destroy it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Before we get any farther on that. So, as you know, towards the end of Evil Dead, there's a lot of blood
Yes, there is.
or Caro syrup. If
Mhm.
you like that. So much of it that at the end of the shoots, before they were starting a new shoot, they would literally have to take ashes out of the fireplace.
Yep.
Spread it on the floor so they wouldn't stick to the floor
Right.
walking around because there was so much Caro syrup all over the floor. And of course, Ash said, or Mr. Bruce Campbell, I should say, had so much of it in his hair.
Oh, yeah.
He said, if you always saw him, he had that funky kind of hairdo. He said, I would have to go and get my hair cut, but it had so much Caro syrup
syrup.
in it, it was just giving the best cut that they could.
Yeah.
So if you look at certain scenes, he's got the kind of the crazy looking hairdo.
He really does.
That was the best they could do with the Caro syrup that was in his hair.
I'm trying my best.
But again, it just goes to show you the sacrifices that are made in making movies like that.
Yes.
How they hold the test of time. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of those films.
Yes, it is.
Evil Dead is one of those films that
yeah.
has grown to have a cult following. Texas Chainsaw, the same. And it, again, one of those movies that the second ones would do a little bit better.
Yeah, it did.
Perhaps the third ones might do a little better, that would draw the crowd back to the first one, that these did better, that now the first ones are a little wider release.
Oh yeah.
Same as music.
Yeah. Dude.
Music was the same way. Some records you heard and you thought may have been the first record, come to find out that was the second or third record.
Yeah.
The success of those records would fund and put out the first one on a wider release, and now you would hear it.
Yeah.
And the same thing here. And then I know that at the very end of it, if you remember, we were talking about a little bit earlier, what they were going to do the magnifying glass.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, they just decided to go with the burning of the book. As you know, the whole thing goes down and the book kind of lands close to the fire. And Ash notices something's going on with them. They're like smoking. There's like stuff coming out, and he looks down at the book, and it's near the fire, and you could see the realization on his face, like, wait a minute, oh, the fire's doing it.
Yes,
but I got to burn the book.
The fire is the key.
The animation for the book burning and all that stuff at the end, like, took 3 months to do.
Yeah,
all that animation.
Which makes a lot of sense.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the white stuff you see coming out of the sleeve was oatmeal.
Yes.
They used a lot of different things at the very end of that movie.
Yeah.
But it made it, like, the end of that movie was so cool.
It really was, man.
Like, and they didn't edit too much. They just let it go.
They really did.
Like,
and I think that's what really made it work, because they just let it go.
Yeah, like, so if you look real close, you can see some of the scenes kind of jump a little bit.
Yeah.
But they just added that to it.
Oh, yeah.
And it just made it so much better. Like, if you try to do that movie again in the same way, it wouldn't work.
Mm-mm.
They did the remake in 2013. We'll touch on that. But it was a different feel.
Yeah, it really was.
And I'm going to leave that at that, because we're going to touch on that later on. If you want to hear our views on that, folks, you will stay tuned.
Yeah.
But before we wrap anything, the time capsule, and a lot of you people may or may not know about the time. Yes, Nubbins. I'm sorry, we have the mascot. She's running around giving the old leg rub to everybody, and
she says, "Give me attention and pets."
She wants to cover Stephen King's Cat's Eye, so we may have to do that in a further episode, and I will let her take the wheel on that one.
Yes.
Where was I? Nubbins, see what you did?
The animation that took 3 months and how it all came together.
No.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about the remake of Evil Dead. There it is.
Well, yeah, the remake, but, I mean, of course, we'll touch... Oh, the time capsule. Now, supposedly, there was an interview with Bruce Campbell years ago that said that Sam had buried a time capsule at the fruit cellar, like 12 or 14 paces from the chimney. And there was a time capsule buried there, which contained, if I can remember correctly, a piece of gaffer's tape, which was duct tape, a light bulb, a piece of the murder beam, and supposedly a code that unlocked the visual meaning of Evil Dead.
Oh, shit.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either.
Now, to my knowledge, well, up until like a couple years ago, no one had found that. It was in a cigar box.
Yeah.
That was buried. Now, I saw in an interview that someone had taken Bruce Campbell a jar of stuff and said that they had found the time capsule, and he wrote "sucker" on it and gave it back to him.
That's hilarious.
Evidently, that was not the time capsule. Now, I have seen a video of a guy that claims to have found the time capsule and undid it on video, and what he found in it was correct to what Sam said was in it. My distinguished colleague over here is now looking that up. But supposedly there is a guy who has found that time capsule. And what are you looking up there?
It looks like it has been found.
It has been found. And what is that? What does it say there? Take it
Let's
away.
see.
Schizo.
It has been found, finally, the time capsule that Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, Josh Becker, and the rest of the cast and crew buried after wrapping The Evil Dead, aka Book of the Dead, January of 1980, has been found. And that's all they're really going to give me in that description.
Damn. Someone's got it. Yep, I have it because there was a guy, I think he was on YouTube, but I don't remember his name. I don't remember the video. You may be able to look it up.
That might be what this is right here.
That have found it, and he went through what he had found. Now, still did not get the visual meaning of Evil Dead. I think that's something that Sam would have to explain. If you found this, you would have to take it to Sam. Hey, I found it. If it was even legible.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I mean, that's been buried since what, 79?
Right.
And I don't know when he posted that video, when he found it, but yes, it has been found. I was hoping to be the one that found it.
It would have been nice, wouldn't it?
I did not. And we're gonna, as far as not finding things, we're gonna touch on part 2 of Evil Dead 2 and my disappointment and my search and, yeah. It was very disappointing, but there's still hope, people. There may still be something that we could find.
There's always something.
But the details for that will be coming on part 2.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Evil Dead. I can't say enough about it. One of my favorites will always be one of my favorites, and especially if you get a chance to go, I highly recommend it. Like I said, you want to go in the fall or something like that, because, I mean, if you want to try to do it during the summer, go right ahead, but you got to understand here, if you're not here from the South, bugs and snakes and everything get bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I learned that the hard way. Like I said, the first time I went out there, I was so excited, man. I'd never been there before. And I made the mistake of going, and oh my, dude, I was itching and scratching for like a week after that, man. We literally got eaten alive, and then that storm came from nowhere, and we had to pack up everything, run back to the car, and get the hell out of Dodge. As opposed to when you and I went, we went November, and it was perfect, man. It was. We spent so much time out there. And we got a lot of good stuff, too.
Really
I'm looking over here on my shelf, man. We got a lot of glass, tin roof. We got some nails. I actually got enough time to find where the work shed was. I got some foundation for the work shed. Mm-hmm. If you look on our X feed and our Facebook, you will see a picture of the top part of my shelf. Now, that's not the whole shelf. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of stuff that we got. I just did a very small shot when we were teasing this episode.
Yep.
Of the top shelf. And if you look, you will see to the right a brick, and you see a little piece of paper on top. That's part of the work shed.
Yeah.
That's a piece of the work shed foundation. I really was hoping we'd find a chain or a hinge or a doorknob or something that may have already been found, folks. I don't know, but I will tell you that giving up hope at this point is not an option, because as much as I dug and I found the end of that vase.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be broken.
Me too. I'm like, what the hell?
I was like, what the hell is this? And I kept pulling, and the whole entire thing came out. And it's a full jar, like we thought it could possibly be the ketchup jar that's on the table. Now, my wife has this thing on her phone, and she's an Apple user. She can take a picture on her phone, and it can give her a description. She took a picture of that, and it gave a description of a jar that would, like a condiment jar or whatnot, that would hold some. But if you look at the pattern on the jar that I have and the one that's sitting on the table, it's not it. Because the jar that I have's got like a pattern cut in it. So I don't know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It had to be there during filming. There's no doubt in my mind.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Now, she did shoot a picture of that rod that I've got.
Yeah.
That it possibly could be a car part.
It'd be insane if it was.
If that's a piece of the Delta 88, I have scored.
Right. Or it could be like the van that followed it for the sheets driving down
I
the
will
road.
be
But
buried.
still,
I will be buried with each and every one of those pieces on my shelf.
that's a literal statement, folks.
As far as my chainsaw collection, I'm going to be buried in like a...
Oh, he'll have a pharaoh's tomb, folks. That's not even.
Oh, no. Let's, you know what? I got it. I've got it. It's going to be like one of those things you can walk into, like what's the mausoleum?
Yeah, mausoleum.
With my collection, and then I will be at the end.
Right.
But it's going to be all in glass. Don't try to steal nothing because it's going to be like lasers and booby traps and
Mr. Phil on Solmo's voice. Don't fucking touch it.
Don't.
Get your hands off the fucking shit.
If any of you people out there are metalheads, which I am,
Yeah,
we both are. If you have not had a chance to see Metal Grasshopper, this is kind of getting off the subject, but I got to mention it.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. It's called Metal Grasshopper. It's Phil Anselmo, and there's a comedian,
Dave something.
Dave Hill. It's just watch it.
Yes,
It
that's
is-
all we can say. Just
It is
watch it.
freaking hilarious, man.
Yes.
We're hoping one of these days, if this goes farther, if you guys can help us get farther, give us good reviews, keep giving us
Please.
5 stars, keep
Please.
rating us, keep subscribing,
Please.
keep spreading the word. We are hoping to get some guests on.
Yes.
Kane Hodder, a bunch of people. And we are also hoping to go to the house of Mr. Philip H. Anselmo
Yes.
and see his haunted house he does every year. And yes, I'm hoping to Phil, if there's someone out there that knows Phil that's hearing this, that makes it Phil, I play various instruments. I would love to start a band.
I'll be your next metal grasshopper.
He will be your next Metal Grasshopper.
I promise I won't fucking touch it.
But yeah, if you have a chance to watch that, man, it's freaking hilarious. But Phil is like someone we would definitely want to get on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people we want to get on, but we need you to help us get there, folks.
Yep.
And we appreciate the positive feedback.
Yes, we do.
Again, we are on Facebook, The Horror Experience. We are on X at The Horror XP. Like us, follow us, comment. We would love to hear from you. That's what killed us is we got this comment on Apple and we couldn't see it and we couldn't comment on it until you get like, my wife said, oh, you have to get 10 comments. So what the hell is that?
That was garbage.
Apple, if you're listening or someone out there, you need to improve on that.
Yeah, get
Because
good.
we want to interact with our fans.
Yes, we do.
We want to interact. And again, when you talk to us or you leave a comment or somebody, it's going to be one of us. It's not going to be some damn AI robot.
Nope.
There will be no AI here. There will be no bullshit here. What you see is what you get, and what you hear is what you get. This is us.
Yes.
This is what we're going to do, and this is what we're going to continue to bring to you. And we will appreciate each and every one of you that help us get to the top. And again, to the one who gave us that comment, I cannot remember. It was like Dark Knight something.
Hold on.
Either way. Oh, I think my colleague's going to look it up real quick. Then we may be able to say you by name, my friend. And yes, we consider you a friend of this show because you gave us our first comment. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting some kind of static again, and I don't know what that is. Either way, we're going to adjust some things here because we're going to get ready to wrap this one. and we're going to take a break and get to part 2,
Yes.
Evil Dead 2, which you definitely want to stay tuned for that one, because that's going to be, we got a lot of good stuff on this next one.
And the commenter that left us that wonderful comment that we appreciate is Dark Knight 2002.
Dark Knight 2002. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, man. You are the shit.
Yeah,
you are awesome. We hope to meet you in person one day. Maybe we go to a convention or something. If this grows, and we can, that's one of the things. Is one of the goals that we would like to do. We'd like to go to conventions. We'd like to go to conventions. We'd like to meet people. Dude, let's do this together, man. Let's climb this mountain together. Let's a big family.
Yes, sir.
Let's have fun with this, man. Let's rock and roll and let's move forward with it. But again, thank you for the comments. Thank you for the ratings. Continue to do that, people.
Yes.
Continue to do that, please. And we will also be, if this goes farther, we will be starting to offer some merchandise.
Woo, merchandising.
Some shirts, we may we be like Spaceballs, the horror experience, the apron, horror experience, the cutting board, horror experience, the lunchbox. Now I don't know if we'll go all off of that show. I did plug in the PC. Why is it saying low battery? Oh shit! Stop plugging in. Plug it in. Plug it in. Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to lose power. But somehow I think the cat may have unplugged it. Plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in. Plug it in. Okay, we are now plugged in, folks. We're not going to lose power, but either way.
Jesus Christ.
We almost bought the farm, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Anything you would like to add, my colleague, before we wrap this part 1 on the Evil Dead series? Excuse me.
The only thing I can really say is, like you, I highly recommend going out to Tennessee to see that spot. Even though there really isn't much left, you can still feel everything that is there. Traveling down that road that the Delta went down, fucking great. You can still, if you have an imagination, just see the cabin appear once you get to that spot. Seeing the outline of the foundation of the house, walking up the pathway, just seeing it all, it was just incredible. Seriously. It's indescribable feeling.
You'll never watch the movie the same again.
Nope, never.
You'll never watch it. It's like Friday the 13th, Part 6.
Right.
When I proposed to my wife on it, her and I watched it this past Friday the 13th, and it was like, remember that? Remember when we saw that? Remember the, oh, look, I knew that was in the, that's why I took a picture of it. You never look at movies the same again once you go to the location. It's so cool.
It is.
And I know one of the locations we're going to hit on is Leapaway Camp 2.
Yes.
You're in Waco, Georgia, which is kind of close by to us. But either way, thank you.
Yes.
Again for joining us. Please stay tuned because this is part 1 of a 3-part series.
Yes, sir.
We will, on the next one, be covering Evil Dead 2.
Oh.
So you definitely want to stay tuned for that one, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you do.
Again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for commenting.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for hanging with us. We love you all.
We do.
Here's to many more. And again, join us for part 2 of the horror experience. Hello, check.
Hello.